A 1, 2, 3, 4. I love succulents and you do too. They're so beautiful, fun and new. The gift that keeps on giving on and on. So watch my videos, we'll all have fun. I am taking the fertilizer from my composting bin. This is my worm bin. And giving me back beautiful, wonderful garden gold. And all they did was poop. And look at all this beautiful, wonderful fertilizer. And that's all I use every year. Fertilize with this and we're good to go. And I got this much. Oops, I'm getting some worms in there too. And this is where they're eating from right now. And I'm just putting back. Actually, even if I have some stowaways, if I have stowaways here, they actually love just being in the garden and eating whatever they can eat. And then it's all to themselves. But look how much I got out of the just one tiny section right there. And I have 2 bins. I'm gonna pillage the other bin later for the back garden. But this is all gonna be for the front garden. Because I have to remove some more weeds. But look at how beautiful. Fresh earth. Doesn't smell. It's not like, because they're vegan. They don't eat meat. So that's why it smells like earth. Look at that beautiful garden gold right there. Black gold. Black gold. So I'm gonna go pull some more weeds and I'm gonna start working on the pet cemetery garden because it needs a lot of attention right now. Look at how much I got. That's a lot. And this also has eggshells in it. They don't eat it, they just use the eggshells to digest the food, digest the vegetables. And also when I give them vegetables, I first cut the vegetable up and whatever I have left for them, I put in the freezer so that the cells will break down easier for them to eat, easier for them to digest. Yes. Hello. Go back. And that's it, pretty much. And I still have this much. I used to be so scared. I used to kill these guys in the garden. And I didn't know. I had no idea. Look at this, they're all done here. But no, actually, we're still working on that area. Sometimes they have favorite areas they stick to and then they just stay there. They get lazy, they're not very smart. So they don't really go where the food is. So that's why when you feed them, when I feed them, I go from one section and then I move and then I move so that by the time they get here, all this is available for me. I have a rock. Is that a rock or is that a avocado pit? Okay, to the garden. I got this. Something is eating up my succulents. Look at underneath. Look at all the bites right there, huh? And I think it's either those geckos are starting to bite my plants or These are snails that are doing this. But this is what I do. I usually like remove all of the dead leaves and pull out any pulling out any weeds, and then I just do this. And the next time I water, which is going to be tonight, it's going to absorb all that and feed the plants. Ouch. Cover it back up. There's a lot of weeds in this area right here. Look at all those weeds. So I'm gonna pull out. See babies? There. So I gotta do all of this and trim some of this overgrown things. That's a pretty one. Okay, we got some casualties over here. This one broke off, but it's really squishy for some reason. It's got water in there. So maybe I won't save them. Maybe it's just this area, this part right here is squishy. But then this one, Fred Ives. But it's not a total loss because I can always replant that. So I found out after removing all of that stuff right there, it kind of bent my jade plant right there. And this jade plant will get big. That's like a tree pretty much. So I'm gonna leave that jade plant. I'm probably going to tear most of this out because I already did. And then these are one of my favorite plants, the pulvinata. And what's happening is this white sprite right here is taking over just like that one. So I need to find a place for this guy right here because I really like that plant where he can just bend and go back vertically and just thrive, because right here it's not a very good place because it's taken over my favorite plant and also my holy gate right here. Look at my candy cane right there. That plant right there is being overtaken. Like, it's just not getting any sunlight and it's probably not getting any water, so it's got to go, man. This is another one. This is not the same as that. This plant is not the same as that. This is a harmsai, and that is a pulvinata. And if it gets a lot of sun, it's usually really red. So yeah, can't be having that. California sunset. This usually is orange, kind of orange pinkish, but because it's not getting too much sun, it's green. But this area usually doesn't get a lot of sun anyway, so. But my afterglow is just kicking butt, except for some of the leaves have been eaten by nasty little snails.